Are you serious? Are you serious? There's a whole lot of shaking going on. And I'm serious, folks. The earth is a shaking and quaking. The devil's back is breaking. My mind is aching. I mean, seriously, the apocalyptic, catastrophic, if we're not careful, cataclysmic events could be coming upon the earth as the 5 waves of energy is putting pressure. But it's not just the 5 waves of energy. We also have solar flare, high solar winds. Matter of fact, I'll just tell you what that is right now. The solar winds are right now roaring at 498,000 kilometers per second, roaring right off the sun, headed toward the earth with a gaping hole in the sun's atmosphere. It's not slowing it down at all. Earth facing 498,000 kilometers per second. And here's what the results of all of this pressure has become. 42 earthquakes in the last 24 hours, including last night's 7.2 powerful quake off the coast of Fiji. Now, the U.S. Geological Survey has downsized it to 6.9. But listen to the last 24 hours. What has taken place on the earth? 2.8 British Virgin Islands. Let me just give you the big ones. 4.7 Fiji, 4.5 Futuna, 4.2 Chile, 5.1 Burma, 4.9 Fiji, 5.5 Chile, and then we had the big one, 6.9, now that's been downsized, Fiji, and that one was big, 5.7 Aftershock Fiji, 4.2 Bulgaria, and then there was a 4.9, 5.8, very shallow, 5.1, all in Fiji, 5.6, 5.0, 5.0, 5.4, all in Fiji, as those aftershocks of this powerful quake. We had a 4.6 hit China, and then we had a 5.7 in Vanuatu. We also had a 4.2 earthquake in Afghanistan, 5.0 Fiji, 4.8 Indonesia, 5.2, 5.0, 5.5 in Fiji. And they're all very shallow. So, man, I'm telling you, folks, we dodged a bullet on the tsunami. We dodged a huge bullet. As shallow as this quake was at 6.9, 7.2, it is a miracle we did not have a massive tsunami. 4.9 Indonesia. We've had a 4.9 and a 4.8 in China. 4.9 was Chile, 4.8 was China, and 4.3 Alaska, and a 4.6 just hit Burma again. So 42 earthquakes in the last 24 hours, including that big one that hit Fiji and all those powerful aftershocks. The whole earth is shaking and quaking. Matter of fact, the Bible told us in the book of Isaiah chapter 24, verse 20, the earth shall reel to and fro, shall rock to and fro like a drunkard. Okay? And so we're watching and witnessing these signs of the end times. Jesus said there'd be earthquakes in diverse places. And we know prophetically there would be many earthquakes have already happened on major biblical milestone historical events, but there's others to be prophesied yet to come that we're keeping a close eye on. We're truly living, folks, in the last days. Don't miss today's live broadcast. My guest today will be Dave Hodges from the Dave Hodges Show. So it should be a very powerful broadcast. We're going to talk about Obamacare, the battle on the Hill, the Trump mandate that seems to be already in play, and a whole lot more. Okay, so we're going to really take a look at some of America's political issues and some of the struggles that's already taken place on Capitol Hill with the Trump mandate coming into play. All right, we'll tell you all about all those things and the earthquakes and everything else that's happening around the globe on the coming apocalypse. Don't miss it. 12 noon Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. So get a fresh cup of coffee and let's get ready to rumble, because that's what's going to happen today. We're really going to dig deep, all right? Are you serious? Are you saved? Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? Planet X! Well, I know a lot of people are concerned about Planet X and all of the 5 waves of energy and how the heavens are shaking. But today, an asteroid is going to come very close, less than 50,000 miles from the surface of the Earth. This thing, the name of this asteroid, nobody's talking about it. It's amazing to me, but I'm looking right at the charts. Right now, on this November 2nd, there is 1,739 potential hazardous asteroids, not going by the Earth today, but are on their way. The one that's going to go by, there's 2 of them going by today, too, but one is very close. The one asteroid that's going to go by today is 2016 VA. It is 0.2 lunar distance. 0.2. That means it is less than 50,000 miles from the surface of the Earth. The moon is 245,000 miles, give or take, because it kind of varies. But just go with 245,000 miles from the moon to the Earth. This asteroid is way closer to us than it is the moon. All right? It's also 16 meters in size. Pretty big rock. If it was to come crashing through and do a deep impact, it would create a catastrophic event. I'm telling you. It doesn't take a big rock to create a ton of damage. Good news is, this one is not going to hit us. But there may be some other smaller debris, some other debris that's going to swing by. This thing's coming by way too close to not be bringing some smaller companion rocks with it, all right? So heads up, big time, as this goes by. It's 2016 VA. Also, another asteroid will go by, but don't worry about it. It's 7.1 lunar distance, so it's quite a distance away. And it is called 2016 UX5. But it's not going to bother us. It's this one that's really concerning. Very, very, very close at 0.2 lunar distance, and that is asteroid 2016 VA. And remember, there is, identified by NASA, 1,739 potentially hazard asteroids that will be called near-Earth objects that will be going by the Earth in the coming days and weeks. Now, there's been unbelievable, spectacular auroras that were visible in the skies, especially directly under the Arctic Circle. Incredible aurora outbursts, they're called. Mike from around the world told us this was going to happen. And he said if it does happen in a lot more than normally, then it means that the 5 waves of energy are affecting our magnetosphere around the Earth. And we've already heard BP Earthwatch tell us that it is definitely being affected, that CERN may have some role to play in that, but certainly the waves of energy are affecting our magnetosphere, our protection, our force field, if you will, to protect us from radiation and UV rays. And with the sun having this massive hole on it, its solar winds are releasing clear shot at us because there's nothing blocking them up there at the sun. We're getting poured on with UV rays. We just got to pray there's not a massive solar flare, an X flare, which could fry power grids. I mean, seriously, we are getting those reports even from the federal government of the danger of that could happen. So even though the auroras are beautiful, and we're going to be showing you some pictures of auroras and things today on our live broadcast if you're at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's paulbegleyprophecy.com. So there's some incredible stuff going on. But one more thing I got to share with you, and that is last night we had 36 fireballs in the sky reported all over the world. 36 different fireballs around the Earth. Every night there's usually a few, but man, this was a lot. 36 last night, and with this asteroid coming, I'm wondering if some of this could be some debris ahead of this asteroid that's going to go whizzing by the Earth today, extremely close. I'm talking extremely close. Getting very close to even the satellites that orbit the Earth. And I'm sure that the guys in the space station up there better keep their eyes open as this thing goes by about 48,000 miles from the face of the Earth. That's incredible, okay? Very close. It's 16 meters in size. But 36 fireballs last night reported in the skies around the globe in different locations of the Earth, okay? So there's a lot of activity going on. I'm going to talk about all of this. I'm going to put the link below. You can actually look at the beautiful pictures of the auroras. You can see the trajectories of the fireballs. And you can also see the chart of the asteroids that are coming. I'll put the link below. And if you want to see some unbelievable, spectacular visuals of auroras and fireballs and things, you don't want to miss our broadcast. Starts at 12 noon Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Now you say, what does this got to do with prophecy? Jesus said that there shall be great signs and fearful sights in the heavens. I'll read the verse for you. It's found in Luke chapter 21. If you go there with me, just a couple verses. You know, Jesus said there'd be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, and distress of nations with perplexity, and the sea and the waves roaring. Men's hearts would fail them for fear, for looking after those things that are coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, he said, look up, lift up your head, for your redemption draweth nigh. Well, in Luke 21, verses 10, it says, Then said he unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Well, those fearful sights and great signs are being seen in the skies last night. We'll show you some of them. God bless. Give your life to Jesus Christ. He's coming soon. He's coming soon.